Look at that. Right back where we started.
So day one, Jim and Amy's adventure to New Zealand.
Yes. New Zealand.
Yeah.
We're in Auckland. We're just here for...
You just said that like it was a question. Yes, dear, we're in Auckland.
It's Jim.
You still don't know where we are.
Never know where we are. So we're here just one night, and we're going to go over to... Never know where we're going either. Some things never change.
Right now, where we
Yeah.
We're on a ferry in downtown Auckland, and we're headed over to Devonport Island, which is supposed to be a really... There's several little islands around here you can hop a ferry and do a day trip to, do some hiking. This island has a combination of scenery and history, and the wartime museum, I believe, is here. So it seemed like a great place to walk around, get some activity going, so maybe we can help our buddies get on the right schedule, make the most of the time we have while we have it.
All right. Let's go.
Above the rest, you're the best I know. You are my favorite shade of rose, a flower bed on my favorite stones. I love the ground where your roots have grown. You're my favorite place.
Okay, so...
We call that rained out.
Yeah, right. In typical Jim and Amy fashion, we start back with a bust, but...
This reminds me of when we went to the top of Jasper.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Because we were going to do some walking around the waterway. We're going to turn.
Oh.
But as you can see, there's no reason to hike up the hills with waterways because there's Auckland, but it's all fogged in right now.
Yeah, they're not seeing Auckland, but that's
It's
Auckland.
back there. You're just going to have to trust it.
Yeah, it's there. I promise. So,
It's also at Cannon Beach.
yeah, right.
It
This is what I'm saying. This is classic. So, travel has welcomed us back with the same old, same old.
It all feels familiar.
Yeah, exactly. So, we're going to call it a day, and then, the real adventure starts tomorrow, so we'll pick up tomorrow.
Kia ora from Auckland, New Zealand, which we just got here. We're getting ready to leave. If you ever fly into Auckland, there's a Novotel hotel directly across from the airport. You literally walk out of the hotel, across the street, you're in the airport. I'm sorry, hotel. It is really nice. Great food, great comfort, great cleanliness, really well-equipped room. Jim and I both got about 10 hours sleep last night, so we were clearly tired from the flight over. But we're right back to the airport. We're going to walk back over, hop in a plane, RV day.
We flew from Charlotte to Houston to Auckland. Spent a day here, as you saw yesterday. We got completely rained out. And now it's about 4 o'clock in the morning and we're flying from Christchurch. Nope, we're flying from Auckland to Christchurch. And thank goodness the person checking us out told us the international and domestic airports are completely separate. So we've got to go find the domestic side. So 2 people told us the green line and we're jumping up for a green line, but
Literally a green line. Oh, those are exit doors.
Right.
Okay, well, don't stop where the green line stops. All right, so we made it to Christchurch. 2 days, 3 flights. We're finally here. Really nice. If you happen to rent through Wilderness Motorhome Company, which is what we went through, you call a number and they send a shuttle to pick you up. It's included in your price, no additional fees. So we are calling up our shuttle, waiting for a ride.
One of the decisions we needed to make was, should we phone plan? And I looked into eSIMs and actually bought an eSIM off one of the providers that Jim highly recommended on the internet. And then because our phones are Verizon phones that are locked, didn't work. So when we got here, I looked again at eSIMs, but I'm afraid that's not going to be the case. So Verizon says they give us 10 gig. We'll see. I've had problems. Amy hasn't had problems with their phone service. But then our campervan? Our campervan comes with unlimited wireless. So we'll see what happens. So we're going to roll the dice. May or may not have service, but we've done the outcan, so we know about not having service, right?
And we're going to spend a good bit of time here in the South Island of New Zealand in national parks. So much like in the United States and Canada, there's no service in national parks anyway, which is really one of the wonderful things about these trips. We're looking for a blue shuttle van.
That's us.
Okay, great. You can have this configured to a king size bed or 2 twins. We decided to go with the king size bed. Pros and cons: you have to get up here to access the storage. Whereas if it was twin size, there is some accessible storage down there, but I think it's more large storage, not necessarily for clothing anyway. So, and I can definitely feel something, wood frame, something in there. But otherwise, the mattress feels nice. It's comfortable. I needed some extra pillows to support a shoulder injury I have, and offered to rent them, and they just gave them to me for free. So the service here has been amazing. So we are going to start loading our stuff in. Get on the road.
I think that's it. I think we're ready.
I think we're unpacked enough-ish. We'll sort it as we go, right?
I mean, we got organization to do, but we are unpacked. It feels very roomy. Very roomy. I can't believe we were ever scared to do one of these, right? Like,
I was not.
okay. Yeah, I so could do this. Yeah. So, I guess we need to, we need to go tell Stephanie that we're ready. She's going to unplug. And then I'm a little nervous because I've looked 3 times how to get out of here. And there's arrows pointing this way. I see no way to get out of
I'm
here.
sure she'll tell us.
No, she won't.
But I
And I'll
think
be trapped.
I think we might have to go back around that traffic circle, though.
Totally. Yeah, I know. Okay.
We can do this.
Thanks all right. Well, you start off.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll start off navigating.
Okay, great.
Jim is going to hook up one of our phones, so we will have Apple CarPlay. And don't forget, the radio system's a separate power button than the ignition.
Which is right there.
How are you feeling?
Oh, a little nervous. I had never even thought about driving on.
So
Is
Jim,
it the left side?
yeah, Jim was worried.
It's the wrong side. Is all I know.
Jim was worried because the arrow leaving the parking lot is pointing this direction, but he's looking at the right side. He's going to leave on the left side. Newsflash for Jim. So
Thanks for pointing that out.
So we landed this morning, and we landed a little before they opened. But at 8:30, we called. They were there within 15 minutes. I mean, maybe even faster than 15 minutes. They picked us up. They got us here. We did some quick paperwork. They do a really thorough walkthrough. You also get a video walkthrough before you come, which we had watched, and we're familiar with RV. So, but it's still different. It's a learning curve. And it is now 10:42. So we were here by 8:45. So it took us about 2 hours total to do the walkthroughs and paperwork, but
Unpack.
largely unpack because
Right.
we're trying to get organized. Because our adventure here starts day one. We're going to pick up some groceries. We've got some hikes planned for today even. So as always, you know we're going to take you along.
Yeah, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, I just
Well-
first time.
Don't go where